You have just got to ask yourself, why would a 78-year-old former president post on social media that he hates a young pop star? What is going on? Stay with me. Hello, everybody. I am attorney Augustus Corbett, one half of the Defiant Lawyers. Each and every week, we bring you at least one legal analysis of some trending story regarding politics, policies, personalities, or pop culture to empower you with the information you need to defy this unjust legal system. If that interests you, please like, share, comment, subscribe, click the bell so that you get notified every time we upload one of these powerful videos. Thank you for tuning in. And as always, please go to Amazon, get a copy of my book, Education and Justice. If you have a young African-American male child in the public school system, this book will help you advocate on his behalf. All right. So again, why would a 78-year-old man post, "I hate Taylor Swift" on social media? Why? That is immature. That is not the behavior of a 78-year-old man. It's definitely not the behavior of a former president. Imagine Bill Clinton posting something like that, or Barack Obama, George Bush, Jimmy Carter, you name them, Barack Obama, posting something like that on social media because she didn't endorse him. I mean, he's literally acting like a teenager. But it's not just immature, it's dangerous. Because we know that his followers are very passionate about him, very enthusiastic, and some may get the very crazy idea of doing something to her. I mean, why would he do that? Hopefully it is not to inspire someone to try to harm her. Hopefully that's not what he's thinking. But it's just such a crazy thing for him to do. But after all, we are talking about the same man who has done crazy thing after crazy thing after crazy thing after crazy thing after crazy thing. So none of us are really surprised, right? Well, he's also now got to deal with the backlash of the so-called Swifties. So I guess all of that was just too much for Trump to bear. And he then began to act like an 18-year-older, a 20-year-older, a 16-year-older. I hate Taylor Swift. I mean, why do you hate her? Hate is such a horrible thing. Was he being facetious? Was he trying to make a joke? What was going on? Why did he say he hated her? Does he truly hate her? I just don't see how people can support this guy. I mean, I don't get it. I don't understand what MAGA, GOP, all of those folks, I mean, I do get it. I know that they want him back in office so that he can continue to do whatever's necessary to protect white supremacy. I know that that's the situation. But my God, someone who is doing stuff like that, where's the line? At what point do they draw the line? Remember, he said he could shoot a man on, Fifth Avenue, and nothing would be done to him. So he really knows that with that crowd, they're just going to excuse anything that he does. Something as horrendous as this, which again does not only show serious immaturity, but it is dangerous for her and is counterproductive for him. So whoever is allowing him to sit there and vent and type and post this stuff should, as I heard someone say, should probably just take the phone away. Just take the phone away, because he's making a mockery of himself, his campaign, and so on, which is fine by me. Make a mockery out of it. Make a mockery of yourself, because we don't want you in the White House, quite frankly, Mr. Trump. All right? We don't want him there. So what we need to do is get out to vote. To vote. We got to vote, folks. We got to vote like crazy. We got to vote. We got to double down. We got to do what I call impact voting. Impact voting is the very opposite of couch voting. In case you never heard of couch voting, I don't know where you've been if you haven't. But couch voting is where you basically stay home on election day and not vote. You're voting the couch. And if you do that, especially as an African American, you may as well just cast a vote for Trump. Because every vote that is not tallied for Kamala Harris is a vote basically for Donald Trump. So what we need to do instead of couch voting is impact voting. Vote so overwhelmingly that we put 60 senators in Congress and a whole lot of House of Representative members in Congress that are both Democrats, so that Kamala can get her agenda passed. Now, as you see here, we have Advance 2026. And we're fleshing out the details of Advance 2026 as I speak, because we intend to really push Advance 2026 if Kamala gets elected. And the CEO program that you see there, I'm doing a video now where I'm going to explain that to you. And it is a program that we put together to help African American men, because African American men have a right to be frustrated, right? They have a right to be frustrated. And I'm going to discuss all that in an upcoming video. Well, how this program works, how it's going to help African American men, and so on. But on a national level, we intend to use Advance 2026 to help Kamala get elected, and then to push her once she is elected. I mean, we got to push her. We got to push our agenda. We have an agenda of our own. That's what Advance 2026 is. It is our agenda that is based on three categories: the legal system, the economic system, and the education system. We have a list of reforms for all three of those categories. All right? So we're going to, as soon as she wins, we want to put in place our effort, our Black empowerment agenda to push her, to try to get our agenda passed. All right? So, yeah, we want her elected, but we know that she's a politician. And you have to force politicians to do things, especially in this situation where she is relying more and more on white independent voters. She's becoming more reliant on them, unfortunately, because there are so many Black men who seem to be supporting Trump more than usual. She has to make up for those Black male voters with white independent voters. This is causing her to talk less and less about a Black agenda, and that could be problematic for the Black community. And one has to ask, why do Black men think that they will benefit at all from supporting a white supremacist like Trump and his white supremacist supporters and allies? Their agenda, including Project 2025, Agenda 47, and the GOP platform, do not offer African Americans anything. It is for the benefit of white supremacy. And they capture their white supremacist agenda in their slogan, "Make America Great Again." The word "again" in that slogan tells you they're planning to take America back. So why would Black men want to go back? The only thing that is behind us as a nation is Jim Crow and slavery. Anyway, we will push Kamala, with our Agenda 2026, right? So we must be present on day one to push our agenda, because our Advanced 2026 agenda is primarily an agenda for those who are left behind. Are you with me? As well as the CEO program. But again, the CEO program is a personal development program, whereas Advanced 2026 is a micro. It's a federal, a national level type program. All right? So we got to work very hard to make sure Donald Trump is not elected. We can't let him get elected. We can't let him. We got to vote. We got to impact vote. We got to vote overwhelmingly. We got to give Kamala, again, at least 60 senators. Here's why. With 60 senators, 60 Democratic senators, she can overcome a Republican filibuster and at least get folks on the United States Supreme Court confirmed. She can nominate them and get them confirmed if she has those 60 senators. And then we need to give her a big lead in the House as well, so that we can get, again, parts of our, if not all of our Advanced 2026 agenda done. Like, for example, the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act, as well as the John Lewis Voting Rights Advancement Bill. I think I got that right. All right. But that's what I wanted to talk with you about. Why would this former president, almost an 80-year-old man, post that he hate this young woman? I mean, hate this young woman, both jeopardizing her life and teeing off her fan base. Just doesn't make any sense. But this is Trump that we're talking about. Anyway, I am Attorney Augustus Corbett, one half of the Defiant Lawyers. Thank you for watching this video, and until the next time, peace.